I just got done watching that Sixers Wizards game. That ended up being a pretty good game. I was expecting the Wizards to get blown out, but maybe they can compete at least a little bit with the Sixers, make it interesting. So we just simulated the first 2 months about of the season, about 30 games into the season. Like I said, on Tuesday we're going to simulate to the day before the trade deadline, and you'll have until Thursday to make your moves before the trade deadline. Then we'll sim past the trade deadline and into the playoffs on that Thursday. So, first we're going to look at the standings around the league. Like I said, about 30 games into the season. We got the Raptors in the lead in the East at 23 and 6. That's the best record in the league. Followed by the Nets, Magic, Wizards, Bucks, Hawks, Sixers, and Cavaliers currently in the playoffs, with the Pistons, Pittsburgh Force, Boston Celtics, Pacers, and the Miami Heat very close behind. Knicks still have a chance to make it there, and then the Hornets and Bulls are kind of wrapping up the bottom of the Eastern Conference. On the western side of things, you got the Trailblazers and the Jazz tied for first, half game behind the Raptors for the best record in the league. Then you have the Clippers, Pelicans, Kings, Thunder, Timberwolves, and Lakers currently in the playoffs, with the Grizzlies, Mavericks, Spurs close behind. Suns and Nuggets still have a chance, and then the Houston Rockets, Seattle Supersonics, and Golden State Warriors are currently in the Cade Cunningham sweepstakes. So we're gonna look at the salary cap space next for each team after these trades have gone down. It was only the trades that I liked. I think there's been like 2 or 3 trades since that stream. Those have not gone through yet, but this is what we currently have for this season and next season salary cap space. You got the 76ers, the Bucks, the Bulls, the Cavaliers, Celtics, Clippers, Pittsburgh Force, Memphis Grizzlies, Atlanta Hawks, Miami Heat, and some salary cap hell, Charlotte Hornets, Utah Jazz, Sacramento Kings, and as I go around these, I'm going to stop saying the names of the teams. The team options and player options do not count towards the salary cap room. So, say the Dallas Mavericks have 55.46 million in salary cap space for 2021 to 2022. That does not include team or player options. So that's something to keep in mind when you make your decisions. You got the Nuggets here, the Pacers, Pelicans, Pistons, Raptors, Rockets nearing the end of this, San Antonio Spurs, Phoenix Suns, Seattle Supersonics, Oklahoma City Thunder, Timberwolves, Blazers, Warriors, and finally, the Washington Wizards. So next, I'm going to show the league leaders just really quickly. Those would probably be in season stats. League leaders in points, you got Paul George averaging 36, as well as Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young. For rebounds per game, you got Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, Jarrett Allen, Clint Capella, Jonas Valanciunas, Drummond, Sabonis, Vucevic, and Precious Achua in the top 10 as well. Assists, you got LeBron, Trae, Benjamin Can't Shoot, Luka, Ja Morant, Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and John Wall, up to 8 assists per game. Steals, you got Ben, Kawhi, Jimmy, Lonzo, and Victor Oladipo. And then with blocks, you've got Brook Lopez, Joel Embiid, Jonathan Isaac, Precious Achua, and Mitchell Robinson. I guess we'll look at the top 3-point shooters as well. You got Paul George, Kendrick, 52%, holy crap. Kendrick Nunn, Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, and Brandon Ingram. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess for regular field goal percentage, you got Robert Williams, Zion, Ben, Bam, and Isaiah Hartenstein. So now we're going to look at the specific stats for all the teams. I'll also show some of the free agents actually first that are still available. DJ Augustine, Tim Frazier, Brad Wanamaker, Tyler Johnson, Mike James, Luca Vildoza. Yep, those are the point guards. For shooting guards, we got Javonte Green, Wes Matthews, Garrett Temple, Gary Payton II, J.R. Smith, pretty much the extent of the guys there. Small forwards, Justin Holiday, solid. So is Kyle Korver as a shooter, Corey Brewer, Evan Turner, C.J. Miles, Pat Connaughton, Shetty Osman, and those are the guys there. Power forwards, you got Thanasis, Andre Iguodala. Those are pretty solid guys. Mo Harkless is still pretty solid as well. And then for centers, you got Bismack Biyombo, Aaron Baines, Ed Davis, Kyle O'Quinn, some solid centers in the market, Cristiano Felicio, Bruno Caboclo, and that's it. So now, finally, like I said, getting to the season statistics. How do I do that? I think I go here, player stats. Yeah, that's how I do this. So you got Damian Lillard on the Sixers averaging 33, Jordan Clarkson, John Isaac, Miles Bridges, Josh Hart, Nerlens Noel, Kent Bazemore, Derek Favors, and Rajon Rondo getting minutes for the 76ers team. For the Bucks, you got D'Lo and Embiid leading them in scoring. Chris Middleton forming the big three with 20 points per game as well of his own. Lonzo Ball, 12 and 7, solid all-around production from the Bucks. They're a very solid team. Chicago Bulls, not a solid team. 20 and 5 from De'Aaron Fox. He's actually not doing as much as I would think on a team that doesn't really have too much other scoring. Trying to do this recap video while also watching the Suns-Lakers game right now. Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Gordon Hayward, Goran Dragic, Cam Johnson, Vaka Zubac, and the rest of the team here. Pretty solid team as well for the future at least. Jason Tatum, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kobe White, Kevin Porter Jr., Tyrell Terry, Tyrese Halliburton, Bol Bol. Some nice young players on this team as well. I think they're around the bottom of the playoff standings right now. But, they're competing for a playoff spot. Clippers have Kawhi back, CJ McCollum as well, Lehigh Strong, Kemba, Marcus Morris, Dylan Brooks, Thaddeus Young, Paul Millsap, Cam Payne, Jakob Poeltl, everyone else as shown. Pittsburgh Force got Shea, MPJ, Carmelo averaging 15 points per game on pretty good efficiency as well, not too bad. Lou Dort probably playing some great defense. That's what that team looks like. The Memphis Grizzlies, Brandon Ingram, Bam Adebayo, Oladipo. Like I was saying, I'm watching the Suns-Lakers game right now. I hope a lot of you guys come out for the watch party for the Knicks versus Hawks. Now on to the Hawks, actually, fittingly enough. Benjamin Simmons, Buddy Hield, DeAndre Ayton, Tyler Hero, Killian Hayes, Rui Hachimura. Very young team here. I think they're around the bottom of the playoff standings as well, maybe like 5th or 6th. Kevin Durant on the Heat, Drew Holiday, Blake Griffin. This is what they're looking like at the moment. DeAndre Jordan, Gary Harris round out the rotation. Steph Curry. Ooh, nice layup by DeAndre Ayton in real life right there. Steph Curry, Jeremy Grant, Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Noel, averaging over double digits, as well as Alex Len. Okay, it's a little bit surprising. Jayshawn Tate only averaging 6. Utah Jazz, Giannis is averaging literally crazy statistics. Jonas Valanciunas playing really well as well. DeJounte, LA, Okongwu, Malik Monk. Dennis Smith Jr. is playing pretty well. Shaq Harrison, Isaac Okoro, and some other guys got a few minutes off the bench, I guess, just in garbage time. Kings got Booker, Sexton, Clark, Sadiq, Mo Bamba, Chumokiki, Chris Dunn, Goga Badatse, George Hill, Dwayne Dedman, and Matisse Thybulle. Maybe I should start doing it like this, because you don't need to see the position. I can only see three-point makes that way. If it showed three-point percentage, that'd be nice. The Knicks have Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Lou Will as their third leading scorer, Jeremy Lamb, Bobby Portis. Pretty solid effort all around from the Knicks. Don't think they're doing too well in the standings right now, though. Los Angeles Lakers got Clay, D Rose averaging 22 points per game, very impressive. And this is what the rest of the Lakers team is looking like. Orlando Magic got Paul George averaging 36 and Karl Anthony Towns averaging 25. I believe they were a pretty good team. You got Jingles as their third leading scorer. Elfrid Payton's trash ass shooting 40.5% from the field as a point guard. That's just atrocious. He's not even taking threes. Mavericks, you got Luka averaging really good numbers. Karis LeVert as the second leading scorer, but not amazing scoring going on anywhere else. The Nets have Donovan Mitchell averaging 36, Markelle Fultz, Kevin Love, Christian Wood, Eric Pascal, and DeAndre Hunter as their double-digit scorers. Raul Neto and David Nwaba pretty much rounding out the rotation. Nuggets got Spencer Dinwiddie, Vucevic, Fournier, Denny Avdija, Rudy Gobert only averaging 10.7. Rudy Gay rounding out the double-digit scorers, and this is the rest of their team. Frank Ntilikina not getting minutes is a crime. Oh yeah, Suns are up by quite a few points right now. Nice. Zach LaVine, Tobias Harris, Norman Powell, Yusuf Nurkic, Alonzo Trier, Isaiah Hartenstein, John Henson, Monte Morris, Jared Vanderbilt. Patrick McCaw is the Pacers rotation. Pelicans, you got LeBron, Montrezl Harrell, Danilo Gallinari, Conley, Xavier Tillman up above double digits, Peyton Pritchard, and Shake Milton pretty close. Then Kenya Martin Jr., Marquise Chris, and Javon Carter. Pistons, you got Kyrie and Zion averaging really, really solid scoring numbers on amazing efficiency. Kyrie Irving shooting 55% from the field. That's crazy. Josh Richardson, Moses Brown, Dwight Powell, Jay Crowder, Wade Ellington, Trevor Ariza, and Yuta Watanabe. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Raptors, you got James Harden averaging really good numbers, Siakam, Van Vliet, and Eric Gordon, Bruce Brown, Mason Plumlee, Daniel Tice, DeLon Wright, JaMychal Green, and Al-Farouq Aminu. A lot of like 8 to 9 point per game scores, but they're all playing in their talent levels. Rockets, Precious Achiuwa is averaging 18.6, 10.9, and 2.3 blocks. Pretty crazy. Patrick Williams not shooting well from the field. Darius Garland, Kyrie Lewis Jr. shooting 33% from the field. Dante DiVincenzo, Davis Bertans, Daniel Gafford, Dario Saric, and Nasir Little. Spurs, you got Westbrook. I just tried to calm down. I just tried to combine his first and last name. I meant to say Russell Westbrook, Drummond, Andrew Wiggins, Cody Zeller, Otto Porter, Nance, Lonnie Walker, Tyus Jones, Derek White, and Jalen McDaniels. The Suns have DeMar, the point guard, Serge Ibaka, Chris Boucher, Bagley, Caldwell Pope, Teague, Howard, Shamit, Justin Jackson, and Check Diallo, I guess, getting some minutes. Supersonics got LaMelo Ball and John Morant. That's quite a young backcourt you got there. I guess LaMelo Ball's technically playing small forward, but still. RJ Hampton, Keldon Johnson, Nas Reed, Mitchell Robinson. This is such a young team. And then Harrison Barnes is there high. Troy Brown Jr., Nico Mannion, Zach Collins. Wow, very young team there. Thunder, you got Jimmy Butler, Reggie Jackson, Jared Allen, Jalen Brunson, Jordan Bell, Marcus Smart, Frank Jackson, Derek Jones Jr., Ivan Rabb, and Thomas Bryant appears to not be getting minutes, as well as Sekou Doumbouya. Timberwolves got John Wall, Porzingis, Sabonis, Anthony Simons, Kendrick Nunn, Terrence Ross, Danny Green, Josh Jackson, Willie Cauley-Stein, Darius Baisley, Harry Giles. I think Terrence Ross just got traded, but that'll be for the next video. Nikola Jokic, Brogdon, Rozier, Devontae Graham. A lot of 17 point per game scores on this team. PJ Washington, Grayson Allen, OG Anunoby, Drew Eubanks, and Kenrich Williams. Warriors have James Wiseman, Tyrese Maxey, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jaden McDaniels, Jordan Poole, Abdul Nader getting double digits, okay, at a 75 overall. Kem Birch, Josh Okogie, and Bruno Fernando. And then finally the Wizards have Bradley Beal, Kyle Lowry, Bogdanovic, Markkanen, Hamidou Diallo, Clint Capella, Seth Curry, Saban Lee, Tony Bradley, Draymond Green, and I'm about to sneeze. Bless me. Alright. So, I don't really think there's too much else to really see. I could look at the team stats. That could be interesting. We could see who's got the most points per game. It's Nets, Wizards, Clippers, Blazers, Pelicans, and Pacers. The best defenses are the Jazz, Trailblazers. Wow, my defense is insane. Jazz, Trailblazers, Magic, Raptors, Clippers, and Nets. I guess we can see the worst of them too. The worst offenses are the Warriors, Supersonics, Rockets, Bulls, Jazz, surprisingly, and the Suns. Those first four are very expected. Worst defenses are Hornets, Heat, Pelicans, Cavs, Force, and Grizzlies. Best differentials are Nets, Wizards, Clippers, Blazers, Jazz, and Raptors. Worst differentials are, oh my god, the Warriors, Bulls, Rockets, Hornets, Sonics, and Heat. Best field goal shooting teams are Nets, Pacers, Hawks, Pelicans, Wizards, Bucks. Worst are Rockets, Bulls, Warriors, Mavericks, Sixers, Celtics. And then finally, best three-point shooting is Wizards, Magic, Clippers, Pistons, Pelicans, Bucks. Worst is Jazz, Thunder, Sonics, Rockets, Cavs, and Warriors. Don't think there's anything else I need to show now. If you want to still sign a coach or something, let me know. If you want to change your system proficiency, let me know. If you ever want to edit your rotations, let me know. And like I said, the next trades will be done on Tuesday, and we're going to simulate and have our first playoff run of Season 1 on Thursday. I hope to see a bunch of you guys there. Hope to see a bunch of you guys for the Hawks Knicks watch party, and peace.